Warning: this podcast may contain adult content or language. It also might contain content that could be seen from others as uncomfortable or upsetting due to personal reasons. If that is the case, then please proceed with caution or stop the video, as we at the table are comfortable in most circumstances. This is a safety blanket meant for all individuals watching these episodes, as it is unclear what story content will be displayed. Hope you enjoy the story.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to DoubleTime.
Hello. Fucking caught me off guard with the start there. It was still sinking.
We are starting this over. This is
all in. Cut. All in already. Too late.
Wow. Okay. Fine. Okay. We've committed.
Hello, everyone. It has been.
I blame you for all of this.
It has been a while since we've been able to play. Circumstances happen, yes. But we are excited to get going again. Before we start off with the recap, if you're ever interested to check out any other tabletop RPGs before purchasing them, then check out RPGLeague at their Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. And you'll be able to find them to be doing really nice reviews. They do a bunch of them for things apart from D&D and Pathfinder. They do stuff like Star Wars, White Wolf, and a few other things too. It's all sorts of stuff. So go check them out at their landing page, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter at www.rpgleague.com. Now let's roll into this campaign that we are getting ourselves into.
That was a smooth transition. Well done, sir.
Where we last left off, Anna and Jester had explored the remnants of the city of Lork after the sundering had taken place, finding little value in information there apart from a direction that was given potentially by a ashen, petrified dwarven captain. They took a number of purple rocks off of individuals, which then were discovered to be a part of, or at least somewhat related to, arcane arts, and only individuals that had powerful enough magic had these purple rocks on them. They seem to hold the remnants of other magic when they're cast onto them, turning into cindering rocks or ice-cold pieces of dry ice, as well as a few other potentially interesting ideas. Not curing, though. No cure wounds rock. Shut that down real fast. Shut it down real fast. It's not happening. But, given a direction, they flew towards the Great Maw. Was that what it was called? Deep Maw. The Deep Maw. Making their direction towards there, they found a red tower, completely solidified in red, which, through some investigation of magical means, found it to be a centerpiece almost for a magi group. Looking in through with some arcane eye, they found a massive ring, and through some very interesting stealthing individuals, or individual moments, they made their way to the ring and teleported to Neverwinter. The reason why was, with the arcane eye as well, they listened or they read notes talking about goals between Neverwinter, City of Lork, and Waterdeep. Waterdeep having been snagged by some complications, but the city of Neverwinter being almost complete, that's why they went there. Upon making it there, they found themselves underground and underneath an inn or a tavern, taken hold by the Magi individuals, which Jester very quickly turned around and said, "Oh, I was sent to aid in the circumstances here." Some more investigation on their own home later on, they discovered their old location of money. There was a gemstone as well as a single silver thread that was extremely thin, making it out of, as everyone else was hiding in the portable hole, they went about their own ways, and Jester threw the blame of a lot of things, trying to coerce Bruce, the somewhat unintellectual man into believing that Adeline was a villain to their cause.
I'm glad you clarified. Because she is definitely bad.
A villain to the cult, or the Magi. Attempting to, at least. Beside the point, he went to the guards and immediately told them all about the threat that potentially is in that inn, and how they murdered someone in a trap door. And with a very brief altercation between Adeline recognizing Jester through his altered appearance, leaped through a window and attacked him before leaping back and just finishing whatever complication was in the inn. Right in our immediate end, Jester saw both Chalet and Eris being arrested near the inn, or near the tavern. And that's where we last left off.
Great. Ooh, great. I hope you're ready.
I'm prepared somewhat.
Good. Oh, sip of water first, naturally. I'm stalling as I think about stuff that should happen. Okay. Anna.
Yes.
You regain control of the body. You were standing next to Barst, wearing an unfamiliar skin, and you see your friends Chalet and Eris being escorted by several of these heavily armored men and women, who you recognize to be the Hounds?
The Bloodhounds, I think. Was that it? I don't remember.
I think so. Yes, them. Those guys. They are in handcuffs, and they are being escorted deeper into the city.
How many are
behind them?
Yeah.
Behind them, they have Adeline as well.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm going to... How many are escorting that group?
Per person, so per prisoner, about 4 people.
About 4 people? Okay. I'm going to run up to the ones that are carrying or escorting Chalet and Eris.
Okay.
Excuse me, is there an issue with my friends here? What happened?
They give you a cursory glance and scoff in your direction and don't say anything to you, and continue on.
No, I just helped with the inn over there. They're part of my group. They didn't do anything that involved with this. Look, I understand that they look a little strange. They're not from this city. I was bringing them in because they just lost their home. It was recently destroyed by this group of arcane bastards. Please.
Make a perception check, or a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Okay. Well, that's not very good. Here we go. That could be something. At least my persuasion's +4. That's okay. Not the best. Okay, that one was a little bit worse. 15.
The guy who you've been talking to stops and sighs. Look, I'm just doing my job. They were caught at the scene casting magic. They will be brought before the court, and their punishment will be meted out. As for the one in the back, and he jerks a thumb backwards towards Adeline, she put up a fight, and she will also be put on trial.
Yeah, I saw her swinging her weapon at this elven man. It was a little harsh, but just know that these two are separate from her. I'll help represent these two. I can vouch for their actions. They're, like I said, foreigners and don't know the ways of the city.
Make another persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. Alright, well that one's cocked, so let me re-roll that. Okay, that one was the same roll as before. And that one was natural 20, so that's actually 17.
17? Damn!
I know, I rolled a 13 and 11, and then a 13 and natural 20.
Okay, look, listen here.
Yes, sir.
We don't do the whole court thing anymore, really. It's more of just a show. Can't have mages running about. You know this. I know this.
Yes, sir.
You can come and witness the trial, but you will not be defending anyone. Do I make myself clear?
Can I ask what the result will be? Will it just be banishment, or is it going to be planned execution?
We'll have to see. Depends on if we've caught the high just this year on a good day or not.
All right. I'll be there then. Don't worry, Chalet, Eris. I'll be seeing you inside, and I'll do everything I can apart from interrupting the court.
As you talk to them, you can see Eris looks terrified.
It's all right. You
Chalet
didn't know.
is keeping nice and composed.
Hmm?
Chalet is nice and composed, but you can see the hint of fear in her eyes.
It's all right. You two didn't know. This will be all circumvented, and we'll leave the city if need be. I already packed up everything. I was prepared to go back and help build your home again. So we'll plan to leave. All right. I'll follow you, I suppose, to inside. So I'll just follow up behind them.
Okay. So the transit makes it past you. Adeline looks at you. She's gonna roll an intelligence check. You can see that she locks eyes on you, examines your armor, looks back into your eyes, and furrows her brow.
I'm gonna look at her with a quizzical look. Ma'am, you're the one being arrested here, not me. Don't blame me for any of your own actions.
She looks away and does not respond.
Alright, well, I'm gonna look at Barst. Well, I mean, we're gonna go in with them. We can't just let this happen.
Oh no, yeah, we're going in.
Yeah. So we'll follow them, I guess.
Alright. You follow them to a courthouse that you are very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
They enter in through the main doors. They allow you to follow in. Before you step into the courtroom itself, there are two armed dudes by the door, and they get in the way after the procession passes by. All right, look here. You're allowed to go and watch, but we have to take your weaponry.
That's fine. I don't have much on me here. I'm gonna go. Let me look at my actual stuff. Here's a. Because we normally keep this stuff in the bag of holding, right?
I'd assume so.
So I'm gonna hand him the bag of ball bearings, a paring knife. I'll hand him that.
Oh yes, of course.
Here's a few pieces of the destroyed house. I'm gonna hand him the 6 wooden shunts. That's all I have on me, sir. Yep, those are all my sharp objects.
This bloodhound is just holding this random assortment of stuff and looks up at you. Are you sure you're an adventurer?
Oh, I'm not an adventurer. I'm a carpenter. I was only here. They're with my group. But we're not.
Roll a deception check with disadvantage, as you are wearing very
Oh,
fancy
shit.
armor.
Yeah, right. No shit. Duh. That was good. That one was not. Deception, you said?
Yo,
10.
that beats his 9. I guess being a carpenter pays well.
I have a large group of friends. One of them's a blacksmith, and he's done a lot of work. Kind of conjoined. I built his home. He's built my gear for self-protection, mainly, because, I mean, our city is still being made. We're going to be a new mark on the town, though. We'll be a new place, a settlement on the map.
I see. I didn't mean to misinterpret your... Never mind.
No,
You're free to go.
All right. Thank you. and I will sit in the front. As close to the pair as I can.
Barst gives him nothing because Barst does not carry weaponry.
Nope. Give us your weapons. All right, here's some garbage that I had in my bag folding. I'll remove these because I am fully expecting that to not get these back, so I'm just going to delete them from the tools.
Great.
Potentially, I don't know, but I'm gonna take them off. All right.
Okay. As you step in through the door, you can see it is mostly the same as you remember. Several sets of low benches for an audience to sit in.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the bench is still there at the front. There's no one. There's very few people here. None of them are officials that you remember from your time here. None of them look familiar. All you see are the amount of bloodhounds. And that's it. Other than the prisoners, of course.
Is that bloodhound captain in here, or is he still...
He is not.
He is not? Okay, he's gone. This is rather strange. I haven't been to a formal court in a while. Is this typically the turnout?
Barst leans in and whispers in your ear, I have no fucking idea. I was going to ask you the same thing.
Oh, I was going to ask one of those guards over there. That's what I was asking. I know you haven't been here.
I'll be quiet.
No, you're fine. It's just you wouldn't know. Excuse me,
Fine.
sir. Is this typical for a turnout for a formal court like this? I haven't been to one in quite a while.
They turn to each other and laugh. yeah, formal court. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
You make your way to the front row, and you sit right in the front. You're about 10, 11 feet away from Chalet and Eris. They have the three of them kind of just stood in front of the bench.
How are you two doing?
They look at you, and they don't say anything, but you can tell they are terrified, scared. They are... Well, Eris is petrified, naturally. She's never been fond of stress, and this is a little bit too much for her.
Don't worry. You didn't know about the city's rules. I should have warned you. That was my own fault. It'll be fixed. It'll be resolved. We'll take what we own and we'll leave the city. Calm as be. And I'm just gonna wait.
Okay. You wait for about 5-6 minutes. Then a man who you have seen briefly steps in.
Would you say that we got a short rest?
Sure, why not?
Alright, I'm gonna roll some hit dice. Because we're kind of hurt still.
A little bit.
Just a bit. Just, we're missing about 22 hit points. So I'm just gonna... Okay, so I have 9 d10s. Okay. So... Ooh, that's a 10. Plus our con, which is plus 0, right?
Yep.
So that's 45. 2. 49. 3. 52. 4. Alright, we're at max health, and we have half of our hit dice still. We have 5 hit dice.
Great. Very good.
Perfect. Okay, anyways, continue.
Okay, so a familiar man steps in. You recognize him as the man who Jester talked to, or Jester saw? The captain of the Bloodhounds.
The captain of the Bloodhounds, okay.
He steps in from the other side, opposite from where you came in. He is wearing his normal full plate with a blood-red tabard over top, sword at his hip, and he's holding what appears to be just a fistful of random papers. And he makes his way to the bench. As he sits down, the doors slam open, or creak open. This isn't very dramatic, but it's kind of creak open. You look over your shoulder, and you see the man who was on top of the mountain. The wizard. He is flanked by two men in full plate, and they make their way towards the front, and they sit in the bench across the aisle from you. The man looks at you and he winks.
I'm gonna look at Barst. I'm gonna mouth the words, "Oh, fuck."
Barst is wringing his knuckles, and he's amping himself up, just in case.
Damn it, I wasn't prepared for this. Alright, got a plan. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I got somewhat of a plan.
The captain sits down, rolls out the pages, rubs his tired eyes. Alright, look. You two were caught performing magic in the streets. You attacked my men and myself. I think this is pretty cut and dry here. He looks at the three of them. Adeline just looks angry. Very angry. It's, well, I'd say it's been a pleasure, but you filthy mages have no place here. I order these three to be executed at the earliest notice. Preferably here, so they don't have any time to escape. I'll be in the back if you need me. And he waves and he steps down and goes back through the door.
Well, I'm gonna stand up before he leaves. Excuse me, sir. I don't think that is just. These two individuals just were following me into the city. They lost their home to this group of magic individuals wearing robes that I've never seen before, and I was giving them a home before we come back and rebuild our city. They did not mean...
Deception check with super disadvantage.
Super disadvantage. All right, yeah, I doubt that this is gonna... Oh, ooh, 7.
He stops and looks at you. Well, even if this is true, well, you know the rules. You wouldn't come here not knowing the rules, what's been going on. Your friends violated the rules,
They
and
were
they will
protecting
be
the
summarily
town, though.
punished.
They saw the same people that destroyed our city in the inn. The group of people, I know for a fact, I saw you throw one through a window. That man was casting magic to harm the city. While my friends here did nothing except protect it. They were defending themselves as well as the city from the group that destroyed theirs. The entire ground turned to ash, and everyone that was inside of it was murdered. Is that just because they were protecting the city from the same fate? The only reason that you would have even caught them is if that elven man came and told you.
Look, I know these are your friends. I am truly sorry that they must be removed.
Then give me at least a day to talk to them, to find out if they have any family that I can help with, to somehow give whatever possessions they might have to their family. Give me at least a day. 12 hours at most is all I'll need.
The robed man speaks up. Yes, well, the way I see it, no mage or anyone who breaks the law should be allowed to live. Am I correct, officer? The officer turns to him, kind of gives him a quizzical look. Those are the rules.
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't think I know you. What's your name? I'm gonna look at the robed man. We haven't been formally met. I know I've been in the city for a number of years, but I haven't seen you once. Can I ask who you are and what reason you had for approaching this court?
Why, yes, we have never met before. Because I am new here. This is my first day in the city, as you might believe.
Then why did you come into this court? What intrigued you of that?
Came to see how they treat law here. How things are managed. I've heard great things about the purging of mages, and to see it for myself.
Look, Your Honor,
You,
I'm
on the
not...
other hand, I could ask you the same question. Why are you here?
My
Other
two
than these being your friends.
My two friends were arrested. Our city was turned into ash from some
Ash, you
kind
say?
of... Yeah, I read up on it. It was an event long ago called the Sundering. It destroyed cities and areas of arcane magic. Good riddance.
Sounds like a travesty.
No. I mean, the destroying of cities, yes, but it was destroying the magic, and it was all for the better in the end. My two friends here are not of the same magic before. They're of faith of the gods. It's drastically different to begin with. If it was arcane, then you would see much more violent arts coming from them.
Yes, well, magic users all the same, and he gets cut off by the captain. Look, all of you, just be quiet. I can spare at least 2 hours before they will be executed.
Thank you, sir. I don't care about the little one. She attacked that elven man that warned you. I don't know her. She can be executed on the spot. That's fine.
Fine by me. The robed man, the wizard. He stands up and dusts himself off. Yes, well, breaking the rules has its costs. And he and his 2 men leave. Adeline looks over her shoulder, hurt and betrayed, and she is brought out of the room by 2 bloodhounds.
I'm sorry. Can we wait for her? I guess it's just my violent nature coming back from witnessing what my friends are about to be murdered. Can I speak to her too, see if there's any next of kin that I can talk to?
For her? You just
her.
said you didn't care if she was
I
murdered.
know, I think I'm jumping to conclusions. I'm filled with emotion because of my 2 friends here being tried for something that they were just trying to honestly do right. So, can I talk to her as well with these 2?
Make a persuasion check.
Alright. Come on. Come on. Ooh, that's good. 19?
19. Alright, but I'm coming in with you.
That's
Everybody
fine.
else, keep an eye on the rest of these people. If anything happens, kill them on sight. Alright, you, come on. And he takes you through the same door that Adeline went through. You can see that this is like a broom closet, more or less. It's very, very small. You can see they have like a...
Did the other 2 go with them, or was it just Adeline?
Adeline and the 2 bloodhounds who escorted her out are in there.
Shouldn't we bring the other 2? If we just talk to them conjoined, it'd save some time.
He knits his eyebrows and rubs his eyes again. Yeah, fine, sure.
That
I
way you
honestly
can get some
don't
more
care.
sleep soon.
Uh-huh.
Barst, come on.
Everybody comes into the room. If the captain's like, okay, no, there's far too many fucking people in here. We're gonna go back out there. So everybody goes back out.
That
into
makes
the
more
main room.
sense.
Look, we try to do it in there so it's nice and clean, so we don't stain this beautiful floor. But fuck you. I'm so tired. All right. They force the 3 of them down to their knees, shackle them to the floor with haphazard shackles that seem to be tied to like the bench and bolted to the floor. Okay. Ask your questions. I'll stand and observe, I guess. Guards,
Alright.
if they try anything, kill them immediately,
Well,
including this one.
You can step a foot back. It's a little stressful.
I'm just doing my job.
That's fine, I understand. Just as my friends were just doing theirs, and they're about to be murdered. I'm gonna look at the 2. Alright.
I look at you, terrified.
It's alright. I'll make sure that your next family does all right. You did find the same thing that was there, right? I'm trying to like innuate a few words of calm. The thing that was black on the ground. Thing where creatures were just leaping out of.
They both nod to you. Yeah, we remember.
Alright. Well, if that's the case, then what's gonna happen to our home is about to happen to this entire city again. Alright. Well, I'll come back to you two in a second. I'm gonna look at the little one. I'm gonna look at Adeline.
She glares at you.
Look, I understand you're angry, but this was your own actions. Did you know that man? The one in the robe? Is that why he was here?
I don't remember her accent, and I'm not going to try because I'm going to fuck it up.
That's alright.
So, yes, I know him.
Seemed like he didn't really know you. Look, I'm only here to make sure that your next family here over is able to make amends. Able to forget the past. Maybe even those that happened but an hour ago. Clearly you have no one here. Those that, if that individual does know you, he didn't show any remorse that you were about to be murdered. Maybe it's best to make amends.
She studies you for a moment. Amends?
Make amends?
With you?
Not with me, I'm saying of your own past. Those that you might have hurt, families, lives that might have been murdered.
Nothing, sweet thing.
Can I make an insight check to see if she's actually terrified of possibly dying?
Go for it.
Well, not very good. I'm pretty sure my insight isn't... Oh no, my insight's +5. 15.
15. She does not seem to care about anything she's done. You don't even get the sense that she is afraid of what's happening here. She just looks angry. Very, very angry. And it all seems to be directed towards you.
I'm just gonna stare deep into her eyes.
She stares into your eyes and you have a moment.
I'm waiting about a minute, just for dramatic effect. You knew that man. And he knows you. Sir, it's important that you make sure that you halt the progress of that man in the robes. If they know each other and this one attacked your guards, then the fact of the matter is that one over there is clearly someone of threat.
He mulls over the information. Sighs again. He points towards the two bloodhounds who are at the door, and they leave.
You're going to want to send more. If this little one was able to hold off yourself, other bloodhounds in the mixed, and that man doesn't care that she's being murdered, he's far more powerful than I understand. Potentially even having arcane arts.
Go round up a couple patrols. I just go find him.
Alright. I think I'm done with talking to this little one. She's not giving me anything apart from being a villain. You can take her to the other room.
She spits on your boot and then glares at you again.
I'm going to kick her in the abdomen.
It's like kicking a stone wall.
I figured, probably broke my foot. That's fine. Our strength isn't very high.
Sore. No, it's kind of sore.
I believe it. Our strength is 10, so I believe it. It was more for effect. If you want to take her to the other room, that'd be fine.
No, she's staying there.
Fine, fair enough.
No.
I'm gonna look at the other two. Sir, did you go into the trap door that was in the inn?
I have a group of men in there now. Not that I should be informing you of anything we find.
No, I understand.
Yes.
We found something odd when we went back to find our city destroyed, just turned to ash. They found this big metal ring. It was like something made of gold, and didn't know what it was about. Tried looking up a few things in the colleges, didn't find anything of use. It was something strange, for sure. I'm just wondering.
What did you say you did?
I was carpentry. We have a whole group, though. Right now, I know my partner, he's relatively forthright in his work. He's a blacksmith. He went back to Waterdeep, actually, to try to find some of his friends from there to come help rebuild the city. There's
Make a deception check.
Okay. 22.
22. Fine, Carpenter. You seem to know an awful lot about a whole lot of stuff going on.
I mean, we had a lot of time to travel when our city was destroyed. It's been a better part of 3 weeks. Tried to do some research here and there, where I can. I mean, the archive is pretty expansive down in Waterdeep.
He peers deep into your eyes, deep into your soul. You can see his lips tighten, and he gets a hard expression on his face. Yes, I'm sure you did. Now, is there anything else you have to ask these two? You're wasting precious time here, my friend.
How many bloodhounds are in this room right now?
Like 10. And him.
I see. How many are directly next to Eris and Chalet?
There are 4 in a line behind the 3 prisoners.
Sir, if I may, the city's going to be destroyed. I have reason to believe that man that was in the robes is a wizard. A wizard of an archaic group known as the Fae. They're what caused the Sundering. I'm gonna try to tear up as much as I can.
Make a performance check.
Okay. 17! Natural 16.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, actually I don't have anything in performance, so natural 16.
He just stares at you as you start monologuing. He looks unfazed.
Look, kill the people, fine, but this city is going to be destroyed.
That is an extremely bold claim.
If that man is a wizard of Thay, as far as I can tell, they're what caused the destruction of my city.
And why should I take the word of a carpenter?
I mean, I've done other work beyond carpenting. As you can see, I'm in my mid-30s, pretty old. Had an interesting life, decided to settle down, create a city. I've witnessed things, sir. If we don't evacuate the city, or stop that man, he's going to destroy this city. You can not believe me, that is fine. But my friends have faced the same troubles as he has. And if you want to stop magic in the city, then you need to stop him, not my friends. We can stop him for you.
How? What did you do before you became a carpenter?
I mean, you can see my armor. I used to be an explorer in my prime. Started when I was 16, even.
Mm-hmm. Because carpenters like to reminisce about the good old days wearing what appears to be half plate.
Why not? My buddy from blacksmithing group made it for me, chalked it up as a sign of good faith, and I mean, it feels just as light as probably your armor, if not less. You can see I'm not
another deception check with disadvantage. Okay. You should be rolling one every time you open your fucking mouth.
God damn it. Oh, that one's okay. Second roll. That one's cocked. Fuck. That one was better. I think my deception is a +4, right? Just like my persuasion. Yep. So that is a 17.
He looks away from you, and he nods, looking over your shoulder. Almost immediately, you feel arms grabbing yours and forcing you to the ground.
Excuse me, what is this about?
I know what you're trying to do here.
You're right. I'm trying to get my friends freed.
Stop. Yes. You're slowing down my day. I'm missing precious sleep. And you're making very bold claims about the state of our city.
I'm telling you this now. The way that we got here so fast was by what's in the trap door under that inn. It's something made by the Wizards of Thay. And if it's here, it's going to destroy the city. There was one underneath ours, there was one underneath Lork, and there's one underneath yours. I'll tell you this right now, Lork has also been destroyed. Turned to the same ash as this city will become.
So, you admit to using magical devices?
I didn't use it. We looked up into it and we just went... We didn't use anything. We went up to it and it used us. Hurt quite a deal. Hell, I bet even your soldiers that went into that trapdoor are long gone by now.
You can see his jaw clenches and he scowls. Make another deception check with disadvantage.
Oh my god, alright. One of these is going to be a natural 1, for fuck's sake. I'm amazed I haven't rolled above underneath a 10 yet. Other than the 1. Okay, that's a bad roll. That's a bad one. That one's a 9.
9. He crouches down in front of you and grabs your jaw with his hand. Don't lie to me. As far as I'm concerned, you're also meant for the chopping block now, friend.
Sir, this is a mistake. I've been a patron of this city.
Yes, I can see the charade has been going on far longer than I should have let it.
Can I try to cast suggestion?
You can sure try.
Can I try to do it subtly?
Maybe.
How many guards are on me, actually?
2. 2 are holding you down. The other 2 are still in the line, and the captain's right in front of you.
Okay.
Explain what you're going to do, and I'll see if or what you have to roll.
I'm going to... What I'm going to say is... This is a mistake. We are wasting precious time. If you would just let me, my 2 friends, and the one sitting on the bench go, then we will resolve your problem for you. that's what I'm saying for casting suggestion.
Okay.
And the way I'm gonna do that, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Make a deception check. Just a straight roll.
Just a straight deception check. Okay, that's good. It's better than the 5 disadvantages I've been given. That was a fantastic roll, though. So that is a 21.
21. The captain's eyes unfocus for a brief second, and he blinks and rubs his eyes again. Looks back at you. Oh, fine. Yes, I can let you go. Stop this. But after all is said and done, we're coming right back here.
Fine.
And we'll see how things play out then.
Once we prove that this man is who he is, then you'll see just how dire times are right now. So did he fail his... Did I actually cast suggestion, or did I just word things at him?
I simultaneously rolled his wisdom save, and he failed spectacularly.
Okay, sweet. So let me mark a second level spell.
Everything is good.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So let me mark my second level spell. That was the main reason that I wanted to check. Okay. Come on, we need to hurry though, because if he gets too far out of the city, then this entire area is at great risk.
He gestures to the three of you. Yeah, they pick you three off the ground. Adeline is still on the ground, and you can see that the captain draws his sword. All right, you three, and I'm assuming that tall dude over there is with you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you four, get out of here.
I'm gonna look at the three.
Run if you want. We'll find you later.
We will. We'll be back.
I'm glad you're being
but
honest.
we're not gonna run from the city. I thought you meant run to go find the man. We'll do that.
I honestly don't care. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm also going to set my timer to 20 minutes because it has easily been 40 minutes by now. 19 minutes actually. Okay. All right. So with them behind me, I'm gonna turn back. Is everyone all right?
Yes. I do not wish to talk about it. I wish to get out of here, and we can discuss what the plan is.
We need to find a location. So, being from Neverwinter and however long we've stayed in Neverwinter, is there any higher locations that are nearby on the outside of the city?
Most of the higher ups, like rich people, I assume.
No, like elevated plains, like a mountain or a cliffside, really tall hill.
The tallest point in Neverwinter itself would be where the palace is located, which is about a 30-ish minute run from where you currently are.
What about on the outside of the city?
Other than the foothills that surround the city, nothing that could be constituted as high.
Okay. Looking around, I don't notice the red man, I'm guessing?
No, God no.
Okay. This is bad. The city's about to be turned to ash. They were almost complete with it before we even got here. What's our best bet?
Burst scratches his head. Well, what's the plan? What are we doing?
If we can stop
Surely
him
you can
from
find him.
Well, I don't have anything to be able to find him, though. That's the issue.
What the fuck do we do? Are you standing on the front step of the courthouse?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception check for just for shits and giggles.
Okay. 11.
You hear a wet thud coming in from the courthouse, like from inside the courtroom.
Okay. That's fine. Wait. Alright, what I'm gonna do... Oh,
Chalet slaps you because she knows what you're going to do.
This can work. This can work. Damn it, don't slap me. I know what I'm going to do. This is going to work. Can we find like a hidden area quick?
Yeah, you can duck into a back alley.
Everyone into the hole. I'm going to slap down the portable hole.
Okay, you throw down the hole. Luckily for you, there are no bloodhounds around.
All right.
Giving you a glare right now. Everybody gets in the hole.
I'm gonna go back inside the courthouse. I'm gonna try to find where they just slayed Adeline.
Oh, she's just dead in the center of the floor in front of the bench.
Oh, perfect. While I'm out, do you want me to dispose of her?
No, we can take care of it, you fucking maniac.
I can do it. I'm gonna be going out of the city to try to find this man anyways.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but this is official business.
This is official business too. Alright, fine, whatever. And I'm gonna turn around and leave.
You hear just an exasperated sigh.
It'd make your day easier. That way you could go to bed sooner. But fine. That's fine.
Be gone, or I will execute you now,
right,
you wretch.
I'm leaving. Damn it. Damn it. Adeline knows something.
You gonna go steal her severed head?
I was going to. It's my plan. Zone of Truth and Speak with the Dead. It's a solid combo. It's solid. Because this is a huge city, right? Neverwinter's pretty big.
Oh yes. It's not quite as big as Waterdeep, but it itself is still pretty big.
Larger than Lork, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. I don't want to do this. Oh, I can't anyways. I need 1,000 gold piece worth of focus, which I do not have. No scrying on this man either.
Do we split up? Do we look around? Do you know where he could have gone?
Somewhere to conceal that big rune on the ground, that big circle, the sigil. You'd need some place to be able to cast from that and also to focus from it. So it has to be well hidden and at the same time fairly high in the air. Why else would they do it on a mountaintop when they could have done it inside of a cave? They clearly need to have sight of where they're going to put this.
Before you begin to walk down the steps, Chalet will make a dexterity saving throw. Fails. Nice. Chalet kind of stumbles down the stairs and lands on the landing that's level with the street. Ow. Ow.
Oh, she just shot out of the hole.
Wait, never mind. You make a dexterity saving throw. I am so fucking confused. I got so much on the mind right now.
Fail. I got a natural 3.
Good. You fall down the stairs and you land on your face on the street.
Okay. Ow.
In the back of your mind you hear, that was fucking smooth, Anna.
There's a lot going on and this is not going well. I don't need your sass, sir. Alright. I don't have a way of locating him. I don't have a way of finding that sigil. I don't. I could. Damn it. Okay.
Are you just laying on the ground presently?
Yes.
Okay, good. Great.
We don't have anyone in the bag of. Wait. We do have someone's head in the bag of holding. No, that guy's not gonna know anything though. Yeah, there's no way that guy's gonna know anything. Damn it. Ah! I can't. I don't have any spells that are gonna help with this. Okay. I'm gonna do a slight meditation.
Okay, you just lay there on your face and you meditate. Is there anything you were trying to accomplish in this meditation?
Clearing my mind. I want to think about where someone would be able to conceal that big of a sigil while having direct sight to the air. The sigil would have to be out in the open. Would have to be somewhere nearby, but on the outskirts of the city, lest they suffer the fate of the city that they cast it in. So they have to be outside of the city. Are there any boats in the water?
In the harbor? Probably.
I'm gonna rush to the boats. I'm gonna rush to the harbor.
As you get off the ground, make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
16. You push yourself up, and you notice on the ground there is like a slight indentation, like a long carved line that runs in a random direction across the plaza and then disappears as it hits a building.
A line?
Yeah, like someone carved a line into the street.
And it goes to a building?
It goes to a building.
Does this building have a door?
It's the side of a building.
I'm gonna go up to that wall. There's a window.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to that wall, put a hand on it. It's a solid wall.
It's a solid wall.
I'm gonna go to where I can find the door.
Okay, you walk around the side of the building to the door. It appears to be locked. There's no signs or anything, so it's probably not a store.
Can I peer through a window? See inside of it?
You peek in through a window. Looks like just someone's home. There's no one in there. Just someone's house. There's a nice chair. Small table.
Are there any other lines nearby that look like this?
You walk back to where you saw the line and you cast your gaze the other direction, and you can see that it runs up the steps of the courthouse and then disappears off behind them because you can't see over them.
This was left by someone leaving then. I'm gonna try to climb the building to see if the line goes up to the roof.
Okay. Make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Alright, well, acrobatics, because it's the only thing that I at least have a modifier in. I don't think I'm proficient in acrobatics. No. Okay. 14?
14. Yeah, you nimbly climb up. Very gracefully. A little bit of gesture is wearing off on you.
Or the
Some people stop and stare. Or the adrenaline. But Jester likes to think it's him.
Is the line
so you climb
following
up onto
up
the roof? Yes, it is in perfect sync with the line on the ground. And it travels over the roof and then disappears back onto the street below.
I'm going to follow this line. I'm going to flap out my wings and trail the line as fast as I can.
Okay. How high up are you going?
I want to keep within relative sight of the line, and I know for a fact I'm going to be seen by the guards.
Okay.
There's no real way of being stealthy about this.
No. So, like 30-ish feet, that's probably enough to keep eye contact on the line?
Yeah, I want to, because if I'm following it directly, it's going to take me longer than if I can just keep a general glance out and go in its direction.
Yeah. Okay.
So 30 feet, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. As you fly up, make another perception check.
Okay. Ugh, 9.
9. You fly for a bit following this line, and you can see, or you come across an intersection where it crosses over another line. It appears to be at a random angle. There's no geometry to it. It just seems to be some kind of weird line crossing. Not that this isn't already weird, but
would I
you get interested.
Would I recognize these lines as a runic marking?
Make an Arcana check.
Because if so, I'm going to fly as fast as I can into like an alley where one of those are. No, even screw that. I would just drop down next to it, and I'm gonna screw up this marking. Because I have a spell that's going to destroy that. Yeah. Because where is it? Scroll to it. There it is. Yeah. All right. Arcana, you say?
Yes.
Does a well, it's a natural 20, but does a 31 tell me that this is indeed runic markings?
This is the same circle that you saw on the mountaintop, just on a much larger scale, and you assume spread across the city.
Superman landing next to it, and I'm going to cast Stone Shape. And I'm going to create this digit to morph in, because it's cobblestone, right? It's a cobblestone path.
Yeah, it's cut into multiple different stones. Whatever stone happens to be in the way, it's cut into. But
Okay.
For the sake of argument, it is cobblestone at the moment.
I'm going to place a hand onto it and completely split, make a 5-foot deep hole. Because I can make it 5 feet in any dimension and form it into any shape that suits my purpose. I'm trying to basically split the lines.
Okay. You go to cast Stone Shape to break the line. You touch your hand down to the ground, and nothing happens.
Did I expend the spell?
Yes. Oh. You hear a man walking towards you. I so hoped you would leave us alone. This is the second time we've run into each other today.
You wanted to have that talk, right?
Just wanted to have a nice conversation.
Then let's talk. Clearly I'm outmatched, and any ideas I try to do are thwarted.
Yes, well, you aren't the only one who can keep an eye on someone.
I'm gonna put the portable hole down and let my friends out and then pick it up.
They climb out and they all ready themselves to fight.
Relax. There's nothing we can do.
They give you skeptical looks and slowly sheath their weapons.
While I'm doing that, I want to look at Eris. Just turn my back to the man and just look at Eris. And
Okay.
kind of like look at her spellbook and look at her and mouth the words like we talked about before.
She nods slowly.
And I'm going to put... No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'm going to look at the man.
Okay.
Then let's talk.
He pulls his hood back more than you've seen of him before. He's an older man. He looks to be about 60 or 70, but his skin is rather clear of wrinkles. Snow white hair, clean shaven.
Okay.
I'm so glad we could finally have our conversation. We spent far too long in the Nine Hells. I was not keen on visiting again.
You've been to the Nine Hells.
I've been many places. Same as you, I might wager. Traveling, seeing the sights.
Mm-hmm.
Please come.
I'm gonna use my last shape change to turn into Anna as well. Have a seat. I guess I'll sit down if there is one.
He snaps his fingers and an array of like wrought iron chairs and a table appear. Please, I insist.
I'll sit down.
Everybody else sits down. You four sit like side by side on the opposite end of this circular table for him, and he leans forward, resting his elbows on the table and knits his fingers in front of his face. Can I get you anything to drink? Any of you?
I'm alright.
He looks to the rest of them, they'll shake their head. Fine, fine. He snaps his fingers again and he conjures up a nice glass of wine for himself. Nice red wine. Takes a nice sip.
So you've been following me then? If you
following you, no.
No. I only assumed because you seem to have been everywhere that I've been.
I can... Well, you've seen what my people have made. Those teleportation rings are...
That's actually a fair point. Sorry,
yes,
it's been a little out of sight, out of touch with someone like you.
It's fine. He smiles, a genuine smile. Or at least what you assume to be genuine.
I'm gonna try to maintain concentration.
Okay.
19.
That's a 4.
Okay. Another 5 minutes. So why did you want to talk? You're clearly powerful enough to just wipe us out.
Yes, well, I like to choose my friends carefully. And my enemies. He gives you a wink. Look, you are extremely competent. I will not deny that. All of you are. I myself am quite talented. Not to build myself up or anything.
Yeah, it's rather interesting.
Why, thank you. But yes, I have come to make you a deal. Power begets power, no? The strong belong together. I would like to offer you, all of you, a place amongst us.
Gonna give like a kind of look down at the table, kind of nod my head some. Do that like weighing my options face, just like the meh.
Are you actually weighing your options? Or
no,
is
I'm
this,
absolutely not.
Make a deception check.
13.
Oh. Now, I know you aren't keen on my offer. Don't try to pretend you are. But just hear me out. I have seen things that are coming. Things that we cannot protect ourselves from by our lonesome. There will come a time when everything you know will be ruined.
Ruined?
The end of all things. No matter what you might think of me or my people and our misguided, I would say, plight. But, well, disregard. It is the only way.
So what purpose are the Sunderings then? Enlighten me, because as far as I can tell, it's only about destruction. That's all I'm getting from this.
He leans back and he kind of scratches his chin. I could see how you would think that, yes. To be quite fair, it was either this or a spell plague, and, well, I don't really feel like losing my power again.
Again?
Yes, again.
So you've done this before?
Oh, no. Are you kidding? I did not cause the last spell plague. Don't be silly.
How long have you been alive?
Oh, long enough, I suppose.
Would I know of when the most recent spell plague was?
I want to say it was recently, canonically.
Oh, really?
Like in the last 100-ish years, maybe?
Okay.
For the sake of this, we'll say about 100 years.
Okay. So what is, So you're saying the future is ruin, more or less?
They're coming back. I don't mean to mince words, but they are coming back. And we will not survive them again.
Who's coming back?
Well, to explain that, I would have to show you something. And I don't know if you want to see it.
I would like to. If I'm going to truly weigh the options of cutting ties with everything that I know is just to follow this kind of cause, I need to know the end goal, the end result.
Fine. Yes. Well, I did not expect you to agree. This is splendid news. Splendid. He holds out a hand.
I will take his hand.
You are instantly pulled away from your body. When your vision finally comes back to you, you and him are standing. Yes, and he shouts at you, quite angrily.
So is my mentality being pulled, or is it just our body?
You are uncertain.
Do I feel that pull that gesture's trying to take control?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to roll to see if I can maintain control with disadvantage. That one was not good. That one was better. So 6.
6. Guess what? You beat my 5.
Oh, wow. So another 5 minutes. Go.
Okay. So you and him are standing on what appears to be a hill, and you gaze out and around at the surrounding landscape. But there is no defining features. There is no grass, no trees, no hills, no rocks. There is nothing. You look up, the sky is black, devoid of light. Stars, moon, the sun. You look down. The ground is ash. Or soot, you can't quite tell. There is nothing. Just rolling dunes of this blackish gray silt sand. And you and him. This is our future.
This
The end of all things.
is the future.
Yes.
Because this looks a lot like the Sundering. What would cause this? You said that they are coming back. Who's the they that are doing this?
Give me a second to dial up his thinking.
It's like the AOL.
I assume... maybe not. You know Strahd and his experiments, no?
Yeah, I do. Know it firsthand, even. Had my own run-in with them. But you should know that.
Yes, yes. Forgive me, I am perturbed by this sight.
Do I get a feeling that he actually is perturbed by this sight?
Make an insight check.
That is a 15.
He is most definitely disturbed by what he's seen.
Alright, then explain it to me.
It should not be news to you that Strahd had many experiments at his beck and call, you being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
There were many others. You have experienced what he had become. A vampire, a lich, a memory.
Yeah. He's what took...
But that is not all.
Then what else?
He bends down and picks up a handful of this black powder. What do you think this is?
Dead matter. Devoid of any form of life.
He gives a haphazard nod. Well, that's a fairly good guess. You weren't too far off.
Then what is it?
This is him. All of this is him.
This is Strahd.
Yes. Unbeknownst to you, everything you have ever done, everything you ever will do, will lead us here.
What are you saying? That I caused this?
You will cause this.
I need answers. What will I do that causes this?
He looks at you and ignores your question. They will eventually find you. They know where I am. There is no safety from them.
Who is them?
He gives you a quizzical look.
Talking about his
I thought you
vampire
knew.
patrons?
God, no. Strahd had no patrons.
Then
He was his
who?
own patron. You.
That sounds like a fantastic point to switch sides. Just finishing it by saying you. Ooh. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, I have no idea what to do with this information. As a DM, I'm like, did he just tell us that we're causing this and that we need to die? Like, is that what's happening right now?
I'll give you a minute to make sense of this piecemeal story.
Oh my god. And I would have learned this the last time if I didn't actually fight the dude.
Yeah.
Damn it. Probably would have been useful information. Probably. Just a little bit. Just slightly useful.
Should have had his conversation.
Look, I mean, I was just trying to threaten him. I don't know how strong he was, and then he fucking casts, an 8th level blight on me. I'm like, oh, well, I'm dead. I was like, oh, this dude's a super powerful mage, but we got 4-on-1. We got this. I'll run up and silence him. That didn't work. All right, then. You have just brought back the big bad evil guy.
Well, he never left. Let's be serious here. Let's be for real.
I had no other plans for Strahd after he was gone. I had 0. Good sir. For fuck's sake, we're still in the first arc. Damn it. Oh, God. How am I going to turn this? How am I going to spin this to not just completely devolve everything? Okay, as a player, because I didn't actually ask this, is this soot stuff similar to the Sundering, or like identical to the Sundering, or is it different?
Similar but different.
But different.
We've killed Strahd, right?
Yeah, we killed Strahd. We killed him basically 3 times.
However, when he was just a vampire, did we kill him?
I mean, we destroyed his phylactery and he dispersed, disintegrated, and then he was a memory, and that was ripped out.
That should be enough. You recognize this to be more or less the same stuff that Strahd is made out of?
Oh God, I feel like I'm about to just fuck up all of your work. Oh, this is not a pleasant feeling.
I've got nothing else. That's it.
That was it?
I have no idea what the fuck to do. I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh.
You. So wait, was none of that planned?
No.
Oh, you turd. Okay, so now I feel a lot better about it, because I thought that you had carefully, meticulously crafted this art. I'm about to run in and just twist it and turn it like a Rubik's Cube. I'm about to peel off.
I still have more things coming. Just get ready.
I'm peeling off the stickers to your Rubik's Cube and putting them in place. That's what's happening right now.
You've ruined the puzzle.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, timer. Setting it up now. So, Jester. You take possession over the body once again. You switch places with Anna, just as you've done several times before, but this time it feels slightly different. You can tell there is genuine horror and fear washing over Anna as her mentality switches places with yours. And when you take control, you're stuck in what feels like a cold sweat right now, in a desolate wasteland. You look in front of you, you can see the red-robed mage just after he had said, "You." You.
What do you mean, us? Me. Yes.
Strahd has made plenty of creations in his life, but there is one thing that he has done that is unrecreatable. You. You don't even understand what I mean, do you?
Smoke kind of billows out of my ears. No. Obviously not.
How long have you been you? How long have you been Anna and Jester?
Well, that's probably a better question for her, because I don't remember a whole lot, actually.
That's what she meant. Well, let me enlighten you. You are a part of Strahd. And by you, I mean your essence. The energy that drives your life force. If you are slain, Jester and Anna will perish. But you'll be reborn again, and again, and again endlessly. Your body, the essence of Strahd, will always return.
I hold up my hands and I just look at them. So, what can we do? How do we prevent this? How do we cause this?
Well, you cause it by your sheer existence. Though it was not of your choice, this is easily the gods. Near 100 reincarnations already. There's been a lot of yous. And with every reborn, your body, your essence leaves a mark in its place. An unretrievable mark that over time destroys all other forms of life.
So eventually, this just happens because we live.
Yes. This is our future because of your creation. You were a project. A being made to inevitably destroy the material plane. Whether you live in solitude, in the coming of age, when you pass, you'll immediately be reborn again somewhere else. Instantaneously. Another rendition of you. Maybe it's Anja and Justa. The names aren't what matter. The beings that take place don't matter. Because then they won't remember. They won't know. They won't know anything. They'll only live until we find them again and try. Or we do the alternative. That's what we are doing. You may see it as purging. You may see it as murder. You may see it as whatever you think. But this is fact. The fact of the matter is that if we prevent the magic that brings you back, then you will not return. And the planes will stay where they are. I'm not saying this isn't going to have repercussions. I'm not saying that this is something that is the best. But this is the only answer that me and my followers have found. Destroying cities so that way you cannot be reincarnated there. Taking all the essence of magic stops Strahd's creation.
Well, what if we can't die? What if we make it impossible for ourselves to die?
I don't see how that's possible. You're not alive to begin with. Your body is, but you're just a soul that was wandering. Soul that was wandering far beneath Hades. You've had your life. But it's been however many years.
So what do you propose? Just to kill us?
No.
Again?
No. I want you to join us to then spread this seed. This zone that will eventually return to normal in the better part of a new world. It will bring light, whereas this will never heal And he picks up a bunch of the clumps of black matter and just like pours out of his hand like sand. What happened here is inevitable in this current standing. We are removing your past's mark. We are removing the future ones. So I extend my hand to you to aid in deleting the potential. And then in that moment, when there cannot be any form of reincarnation, to take your own life and stop the cycle.
But if anyone lives, won't I just steal them?
No. You need the magic. That's what you are. You are an essence of magic, through and through. It's probably why you have been able to become so powerful, is you have Strahd's essence, a fragment of his magic in you. His arcane magic.
I scowl. Do you know what this is? I pull out the chain. That silver chain.
The thread?
Yes.
I'm glad you found it. Here, and he holds out his hand to take it from you.
I put it in his hand.
He places it, kind of twiddles it to the length of his wrist and his middle finger, just about maybe a 1/4 inch dangling off the front, and he pulls the wire to make it tight. His eyes flicker, and in that moment, the thread goes straight into your head, and an image emerges. This small figure, maybe as tall as your waist, with long hair that stretches to the ground, stands in front of what looks to be a small cabin. The cabin has a chimney with billowing smoke coming out the top, and overall looks very comforting for a small estate to stay away from the larger rural towns. Urban towns. She stands there staring straight at you, and the door opens behind her from the cabin. And you recognize this figure. There's a moment where you feel like you've seen her. Though the memory isn't there, the nostalgic feeling of knowing this person fills you with this warmth, almost. This in-tuned thought, almost. And in that moment, the pair of them walk towards you.
If I don't...
What?
No, you go. Go for it.
No, wait, what were you saying? What were you saying?
Nothing important.
Okay. As the two stand a few feet away from you, only a few, they look down at each other, because the other figure that entered through that doorway is easily as tall, if not maybe an inch taller than you. She has silvering hair that is shorter, that goes down to about her cheekbone. And as they approach you, that energy of relieving, comforting, and overall safety is stronger and stronger. You feel safe around them. You feel you enjoy being around them. This feeling of emotion is something that has been lost from you for some time. We were worried that you had forgotten.
I don't remember who you are.
That's okay. We were before you.
I look down at the little one. Is she like, what is she?
She clearly looks maybe about 9 years old. She's half elven, while the other one looks to be human.
You were us. Or me?
We were. They, us, we, you. We learned of the truth, just as you have. This man came and spoke to us. At first we couldn't believe it. But the more and more we tried to learn of it, our body was ripped and torn to pieces by Strahd. Those that we talked to before, this older man and woman, they looked to be in their mid-hundreds, the dwarven individuals. They were before us. They learned of the same fate, and Strahd took their life. But Strahd is gone. You're safe. And you can end the cycle.
But how? I know.
When the time comes, you'll know of that moment.
Well, that's vague and unhelpful.
I mean, I'm not sure when. I'm not sure how. We didn't get the chance to learn that.
You're definitely Anna.
But... And in that moment, she takes a single piece of her hair and just pops it off. Kind of breaks the end of it. And it looks to be the same width and length of the silver thread that the robe-wearing man essentially shot into you. And she does the similar pattern. She puts it dangling about a 1/4 inch off of her middle finger, stretches it down the length to her wrist, and stretches it tight. This will help in understanding when the time comes. And this line hits you straight into the chest, and you feel that energy being dragged back, almost like you're being severed from your body and just getting pulled away from this cabin as it gets destroyed by this vast amount of gusts of wind. You see the two figures that were there turn from head down to dust and blow into that as everything in front of you is now gone, and you are standing back in the same remnants of the destroyed land with the robed man in front of you. Do you understand now?
I suppose she was very unhelpful. Well, not as helpful as I would have liked, so I guess that makes her unhelpful.
Did she give you a gift?
I hold out the thread.
You don't have the thread.
I hold out. I point to my head. I have the gift of knowledge.
As you think that, there's a moment where he gives a slight smile as your vision starts to weave. Like, it bobs left and right. The entire area kind of shakes, and this high-pitched ringing sound begins to ring in your ears, almost that it's ringing from the inside of your head as you hear the rapid flipping of pages just ripping down a line of papers, and an image of a ribbon that you have seen once before is going through what looks to be a slot in a complete void, halts, and right where it stops you can see a line, a missing segment, and it begins to meld full. It fills the gaps and then proceeds to fill even more at the beginning of this ribbon, filling and filling and filling far more and vast than you had known. And as that passes through the slide, your head feels like it's pounding. It's filling with more and more memories of things that you know you have not experienced. There are images of Strahd standing in front of you with his thick claws jabbed into your abdomen and torn into pieces before your life fades. There are moments where you are standing with a dwarven family and you quickly realize yourself you are dwarven, and it goes from memory to memory to memory of nearly dozens of other memories that you had forgotten. And then all the memories of you tearing the paper, all the memories from there begin to flood backwards, and you recall every single moment as if you've relived it once again. Except one thing is different. There is a moment where you are standing with a dagger embedded into a little girl with silvering hair that stretches down her back. And in that moment, your heart drops. But you look down, and there's no blood. The dagger is gone. And the girl has no wound. She leans back, places a hand onto you, and speaks only but a few words. History can change. Both the present and the past. And in that moment, your consciousness comes back, and that rushing headache begins to cease, and the ringing slowly ends as you have just realized you have fallen completely on your back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are we still in the ash land?
You are, yes.
I recoil and fall backwards.
Oh yeah, you fall and collide with the ash, though it doesn't seem to be hard.
Ooh, yeah, that's yeah, that hurts. It hurts a lot. Mm-hmm.
What did you witness?
I stand up, look right into his eyes. Everything.
Then you know what must be done. And he snaps his finger, and immediately that flow of energy that had dragged you to this area begins to rush back, and you slam into your body. You see it approaching you, and you collide with it and almost knocks you out of your chair, leans back a little bit. As you are now standing back in Neverwinter with your friends sitting at the conjured up table and chairs as the red-robed man is currently sipping red wine.
I brace my head with my arms, and I just kind of hang there for a bit.
In that moment, Eris looks at you. Is everything all right? What did he do? Is his hands that cold or anything?
Oh yeah, he's really old and clammy.
All right, what's the big deal here? As Chalet pitches in, I'm not necessarily understanding what you're doing. You tried to kill us, and then you're sitting down having a talk? I needed time to prepare a few things. And you were getting in the way of said preparation. I didn't kill you. If I wanted to, while you all laid unconscious, I could have. And immediately, Chalet starts to talk and just kind of shuts herself up. Just Eris looks at you. Are you all right?
I'll be fine.
Barst leans back. Then what are we doing? What exactly is our plan here? Do we trust this guy? What's your plan? Because say the word, and I'm ready to fight with you. The red-robed man looks to you. Yes. What is the plan? As he holds a hand out to you.
I look at all my friends, our friends. I hang my head. This is the only way.
The only way what?
I turn to Chalet and grab her hand. I remember it all. The city, when we first met. You carrying our lifeless body down the street, away from those things.
You can see her eyes kind of tearing up as she's seeing that you remember and are recollecting on this. Also quickly establishing that it is Jester that is taking your form, or that is standing in this shape right now. And you can see her eyes are filled with this nostalgic joy, as Eris also is smiling softly. Oh, you're back. I'm so glad that you're back, Jester.
I give her a hug.
She hugs you tightly, probably way stronger than you.
Oh, my back. Oh, please be gentle.
What do you mean it's the only way?
This has to happen.
But you can see the moment that you say this, the three of them look shocked. What do you...
I know what I'm asking is fucking crazy. And I can't ask you to come with. But this is how it must be.
Oh no, we're coming with. There's no question about that. But... all these people, they have to die. Why? They did nothing.
I look at her, and I don't tell her why.
You can't do that. You can't just get all of your memories back and then say that you can't bring us with you, that we can't come along with this. But we can't do this. We can't just let this happen. We're standing with the man that's prepared to completely destroy the world.
Because it's me, okay? It's us. Anna and myself. There is nowhere else to go. We either do this or everything is gone. There's nothing left for us. There is no happy ending.
No, I refuse to accept that. You can see Eris, her eyes are completely, filled with tears, and Barst is there, completely frozen. You can tell that his face is filled with both confusion, anger, grief. He's filled with a vast amount of emotions, like you had seen him before with the purple rocks in his hand. We'll find something. There has to be someone, something, some kind of magic. We'll leave the city, fine. We can't save this one, but we'll find a way to stop it. It can't be the end.
I look at all of them, and I push myself away from the table. I love all of you. You three have been with me, us, forever. You are the only family I have. Other than... I pointed my head and shrugged.
We're still...
I cherish everything that we have done. But
you can see some eyes kind of form, or some tears forming. Her eyes are clearly getting red.
You three need to get out and form a life for yourselves. Because it can't be with us.
In that moment, the red-robed man steps up from the table. I think the choice has been decided. Barst immediately snaps his finger and this blade forms in his hand. What did you do? You did something. I did nothing. This was of his own choice. They know the truth and are following the path that will release the curse on this land. He's not wrong. There is nothing left if this continues. Chalet doesn't even bear a mind to what the robe man is saying, is only staring at you. Tears forming under her eyes, some starting to pass through and dropping to the floor. We can't just leave. If we're a family, then we'll do it together. That's fine. But you can't just ask us to leave.
We all know how this has to end.
No, we don't. Only you do.
I
Only
clench
you
my
two.
fists and... We can't go on.
There has to be something else.
There isn't.
There has to be.
Chalet, Eris, Barst. There is no second chance. once all of this is done, even if you come with, you'll just be burying another friend.
No. Fine. Leave us then. And in that moment, Eris just kind of like breaks down. Her entire physique falls, and she collapses to the ground. Barst places a hand on her shoulder, kind of picks her back up. We're not gonna stop. I hope you know that. We're gonna find something.
I hope you do.
Here. Take this. And he puts out his, he holds out that little device that he had taken from the, from Lork in that, one man's shed. The one that he had stopped in to grab a thing. Just...
What the hell is this?
Just keep it on you. It's convenient. You can... He was showing me how it worked. It converts coins into other coins. Stuff like that. You put 10 gold in, out it comes out as a platinum. You put a platinum in, it comes out as 10 coins. Just keep it on you. Alright? There'll be something to at least know us. Clearly you have your memories back, and I'm glad. But I can't accept this. I can't accept this ending. We're going to find something, and we're going to resolve this. We're going to resolve it our way. And he stares at the robed man, who with a snap teleports the chair out from underneath Barst, who has to make a dexterity saving throw or an athletics check. And he just slams into the ground straight onto his back. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess the magic is worn off from the spell. Regardless, Jester, Anna, we're going to find a way to fix this.
I don't know.
I just wish we would have been able to find it together.
I'm standing. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I walk around the table and go stand like at the shoulder of the robed man. My friends. It's been a hell of a ride. My heart starts racing.
You can see Chalet staring at you. Her eyes still red, tears flowing now from her eyes. And you can feel this sense of almost betrayal, anger, sadness, grief, regret, all sorts of emotion washing from her face.
There is only one way forward.
And that's back. And as he turns around, you can hear the sound of like almost crackling energy just ripping into space. And over your shoulder, you can see that same ring that formed before, that he had walked in, before promptly flattening the entire group. Goodbye, Jester.
I have been called many things over the years. Many terrible things, mostly by Anna. Let's not mince words here. But the biggest one of all, and I got a real big smile on my face, is a fool. And I attempt to stab the man.
Okay. Make an attack roll with advantage, because there is no way this guy was seeing this coming. 0. Go ahead and roll to attack.
That is a natural 20.
Well, you are gonna get a critical if you hit anyways, because guess what? He is surprised.
Good. Our special dagger is a normal +1?
It is a +2.
+2. Interesting.
It should be labeled on there. Yeah, +2 dagger of dark stabbings.
Of course. How could I forget?
Still need to make a name for that.
That is 21 points of damage.
Okay, so in that moment, when you say these words, his face goes pale. Rather than pale, it's more straight and confused. And as you embed the dagger into his abdomen and just completely tear straight into him, his face doesn't have pain. It's less of pain and more concern. Roll initiative, as everyone else immediately is shocked. Everyone's going to be rolling initiative.
That's great. That's good.
What's your initiative?
8.
Alright, everyone is going before this old man. I rolled a 3. Everyone else didn't roll very high, but it's more than a 3.
Great. I'm pleased.
So your entire group is going before him. Barst leading. He looks at you, then I'm gonna just quickly make an just to for the sheer shock value of everything, those 3 are gonna have to make. Okay. Barst hesitates for a second, and then it clenches his fist incredibly tight around the hilt of the blade. You can see his knuckles are bare, flattened against it, as he seems to be gripping it so tight that it's almost as if he's crushing the hilt, rushing forwards and takes a huge swing at the man. He can make 2 attacks, yeah?
Yup.
First one is going to hit with a... because his modifier is +7, yeah? I think.
Yes.
Proficiency is... Oh, no, it's plus... Oh, yeah, it's +7 because this is a +2 thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Second attack is going to hit, but in that moment, with the dagger that you had still embedded partially into him, and as it was yanked out, his head tilts, and this shield just shoots out from him and completely repels the first swing. Second swing is going to go underneath it and cut straight into his shoulder. Two-handing this long sword. Ooh. Solid damage here. Does this do radiant damage as well? I can't remember the weapon.
I don't remember. I don't have it written down anywhere.
I'm gonna say it does 1d6 radiant. Alright. For 15 points of damage, this blade cuts into him. This pulse of radiant energy kind of coalesces around his shoulder. His face still doesn't budge. There's no pain.
Question for you.
Yes.
Would he have had advantage because he's flanking?
Sure. Okay, well, the second attack is still going to miss. Or the first attack is still going to miss because I just rolled and it was another 3.
Fine.
But
fine.
There was no criticals.
Fine.
But he cuts into him. In that moment, Chalet, who is standing there, her entire body lurches forwards and she tries to move. But she's taken so far aback from the entire moment that had happened before this that it takes her a moment to recollect and understand what just happened in front of her. And she just can't seem to move. Eris, as she was crying down, like kind of lurched onto the ground, you didn't necessarily notice, but she is reading from her book a spell that she had been preparing for just such an occasion, as she had rolled a natural 20 on her insight.
Hell yes, Eris.
In that moment, you can see the ground kind of erupt underneath the man, and this. All right. Instead of that energy that you see erupt underneath him, begins to like wrap around you as you feel the energy protecting you from necrotic energy. You have protection, you have resistance to necrotic magic, or necrotic damage now.
Good. That's good. Because I know what's going to happen if you get a turn.
It is your turn.
Oh, gonna... Give me a hot moment.
We're out of channel divinities.
Yup.
You still have a vast majority of your spells, honestly.
You
also still have your split mind feature.
Can I attempt to grapple him?
You can most certainly try.
Fine, I'm gonna do it. This old man ain't got shit.
Alright, so athletics check.
Fight me, you wizened bitch. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Pretty good on this point, too.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
16.
So, he rolled a 16, but I would imagine this guy does not have a plus, except he would probably have a minus to his athletics or acrobatics. So, yeah, you have him grappled right now.
Okay, good. I just want to hold him and make sure he can't wave his hands around to do anything.
I didn't take you to be this naive. You understand the fate of the world rests on your actions, and you choose to attack me.
Yeah, well, I don't like you. And we're gonna find a way without you, piece of shit.
It seems that I will have. I see. I have to then talk to the next reincarnation. And what he's going to do.
Here comes the meteor swarm. Oh, yeah.
Nope. Let me get to the P's quick.
Uh-oh.
No, he's not gonna do that because I thought that targeted more than one creature. Does not. Power word stun. Doesn't have that spell prepared, otherwise he would absolutely use it.
Kill.
Oh yeah. He had no intention of killing you right now, so he didn't have it ready. All right. What he's going to do is he's going to look at you. Quickly realize just how much of a nuisance you are. And is going to cast a spell. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a straight roll. If his DC is higher than 20, I shouldn't even roll.
It's not higher than 20. Not higher than it.
I'm. That's a 19.
Not enough.
Figured.
As he looks at you, and you are trying to hold down his arms so that way he can't cast spells, you're trying to hold him in place, he just looks at you. And with a single flick of one of his fingers, this energy from his eyes shoots straight towards you, and they lock eyes with yours. In that moment, your entire intellect is degrading to what feels like that of a belligerent creature. Your eyes just can only stare and not understand or speak words. Your entire mind is scrambled as you have been feeble-minded. You take 4d6 psychic damage.
Nice.
10, 16. You take 20 points of psychic damage. And you cannot cast spells, you cannot use magic items, you do not understand languages, and you cannot communicate in any way. You can understand that this guy is evil, and he's attacking you, and that you can follow these 3 others that are your friends. But other than that, you cannot... You have no recollection of how to be a person.
Great. That's great.
So, now we go to Barst. Barst, as you still have him grappled, is going to take his 2 swings.
You said that was 26 points of damage?
20.
20?
Yes.
Okay, I can live with that.
It's not possible to have 26 points of damage with 4d6.
Oh, yes. Fight me.
Barst. Wow, Barst, you suck. Oh my god. Barst! Action surge. Alright, there we go. That's a 1 hit. Okay, second one hits. Okay. Fucking, he didn't roll higher than a 5 on 4 rolls.
That's
Barst.
nice.
But he still hits with the other 2 with 2 natural 18s. He cuts in both times, and you can see them being pretty drastically cut into him, and deep. Easily dealing, in total, 26 points of slashing damage. And once again, the face of this guy doesn't seem to care. Are you having issues trying to put how many current hit points we're at?
No.
No, because I don't see the number.
It's there.
Oh. On my screen it's not.
It's definitely
there.
there.
It is. There it is now. Alright.
I'll take the 337 HP, please. Thank you.
The 3,337? No. But that's Barst's turn. Chalet, now understanding what's happening, is going to rush and is going to try to... She's just going to... Man, we really should have made character sheets for these people.
Should have a long time ago.
Yeah. What she's going to do is she's going to place a hand on you and use, because she is a cleric, so she's going to cast a third level Cure Wounds on you.
Great.
So 3d8. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. An 8-1-8.
Very good.
You're at maximum hit points again.
Very, very good.
Just she heals you for exactly 20.
8, 1, and 8. Oh, plus your modifier. Yes.
Plus modifier. Plus
I was
3.
like, how the fuck did you get 20 from... Never mind.
This energy kind of washes over you, and man, those wounds that hurt, man, they are so much better. Right now, your intelligence and charisma... I believe your intelligence and charisma are now both at 1 as well.
I am now as brain dead as Jester chooses to act.
Yes, should you try to use should your saving throws come into play, they are going to be real bad.
Real bad. It's a -5.
-5, but you're proficient with charisma.
Thanks.
Always an upside.
Silver lining and all.
With that, Eris, as she is retaining focus now, is going to cast a spell, and as she's doing it, with a flip of his hand, he casts a spell magic, and it's just completely dispels from her hands.
Good.
It is your turn. You have him grappled right now.
Yep.
And he doesn't seem to mind. He has 3 pretty massive wounds embedded into him, but doesn't seem to care. He has blood kind of pouring out of him, but he doesn't seem perturbed.
That's nice. Well, I'm too dumb to do anything else.
Yeah. You're going off of instinct right now.
Too dumb to use a dagger. Just tear at him, I guess, with my hands.
You go to rip at his arms.
That's all I can do.
Down to. You just rack into him. All right. Just make an attack roll. just roll a d20.
17.
All right. You get really deep into that skin, and you just kind of peel back. And when you do, it quickly dawns on you that you are super strong. Because as you dig down, you're tearing huge chunks of flesh from him, as if it's brittle, as it's just like fake skin. You're just cutting straight into it, like, oh, this is fantastic. You deal 1 point of damage.
Yes, good.
But it looks way worse. I don't have time for this. If you wouldn't mind, just stay put and allow yourselves to succumb to what approaches. And he places a hand onto himself, and you can see this quick flow of energy kind of like wash over his skin, and you can see your hands as you kind of cut into him just kind of like lift slightly off of him, and he just walks straight into the portal, and it just closes. Opportunity attacks, but doesn't necessarily matter if you wanted to take it.
Sure. For that 1 point of damage, let's do it. Hell yeah, that's a 4.
Yeah, it seems like he just walks calmly into the portal, and in that instance, it just fades.
Great. Great. Very good.
So, Jester, you are intellectually incapable of understanding any words. People are like looking up at you, and they're speaking, and they're just like...
I just stare at them, slack-jawed.
As they do, you can see Chalet's face, kind of like she waves a hand over in front of your face, as a little bit of dribble kind of pools at the base of your mouth, and you just... And in that moment, Barst kind of like picks you up by the waist and starts to just drag you, or not drag, but carry you away as all 3 of them are sprinting at this point.
I start trying to fight Barst because I know no better.
You're just make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh, come on. Why? That's a natural 20.
You flail, you kick, you're throwing yourself at Barst as he's just carrying you, and you can just you hear one word, and it's just like, what? And you kick off, doing a 3-point like split and land on the ground, and just hold up fists like you're fighting him.
I run.
Okay,
I run
just
full
take
speed.
off. So what's your plan?
Well, I guess I roll.
Okay. I got a natural 19.
I got a natural 12.
Okay. Well then, I am not gonna lie, you had me going there.
Good.
You had me stumped. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do the moment he goes through this portal. Like, I had nothing. That was good. That's some good role play.
Oh, I'm glad you thought so.
You didn't like it? You didn't like your role play?
I'm not a good actor. Let's not lie here.
So? I'm a good actor to do well.
Bothers me that I'm. Never mind. This is far too deep conversation.
It was great. I enjoyed. I mean, for fuck's sake, you had me stumped.
I stumped myself as well. I'm like, okay, but for real, he's not gonna go with him.
I wasn't sure. I was like, oh shit, he's actually going with him. I didn't realize how much of a compelling argument I had. I was like, oh shit. I'm not gonna lie, I was like BSing halfway through that crap. Quickly
yes.
turned into like an acid dream that kind of fluidly made some coherent sense at some point.
I was sitting here and I'm like, whoa, it's so nicely tied up. I know who the girl is now. It's perfect. Wait a minute.
Oh, that was literally on the spot. Like even making the cabin and making them walk out, I had no plan immediately. I was just like, oh shit, I need to come up with a reason. They're walking to you slowly in this feeling of like, as I was saying all the emotions and stuff, that was me thinking of what to do. Like,
Stalling for time, classic
I was
technique.
just stalling. I was totally stalling. Oh my god.
Well,
I'm
this has
so
been-
sad. I'm so sad my shape change or my shape rock spell didn't work. I was like, I can ruin their whole plan. I'm gonna split this line and it's not gonna fucking work and it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, it definitely would have worked. He was just watching anytime.
Damn it. Little shit. Oh, so he counterspelled me.
Yes, that's why you expended the slot, but nothing happened.
Oh, I didn't realize he counterspelled me. I thought it just was that the room was so strong that it didn't work or something.
Oh no, I would have explained if there's something silly about the rune, but it was just the dude being a dude.
Oh, that was so good. That was a really good session of role playing from both our parts. It was a good one. Like you portray. I was so worried that Chalet and Eris were gonna die. I was freaking out. I was so scared. As a DM, I was also scared if you were actually gonna leave with this guy. I was like, this is gonna change.
Oh fuck, can't go. But at the same time, you would totally lie.
You lied to yourself. The ultimate trick.
That's how you make sure it's a believable lie. You yourself believe it.
Oh, I was tearing up. I was like, this is so sad. Oh, that was so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to edit this and put all the songs that I found.
Hell yeah.
That YouTube channel, Emily Rolls for Fantasy, by the way, anyone, I'll put a link in the description. Check her out, or them out, because it's incredible. The amount of work that is put into her songs or their songs, and it's incredible. Royalty free. They just ask. I need to get better at doing that. They just ask to be credited, which obviously I do. If you have ever read the description of one of these videos, it's probably 7 songs are put into place in the description with the link, with the title, with the account, sometimes with the different websites. But I'm so excited to look at some of these songs and use them. I wonder if they have a Twitter account. Should shout out to them. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point.
It's all good.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you very much.
Was an episode.
That's the only way to put it.
It was quite literally a roller coaster of fear, of urgency, of... I don't even know what to call the acid trip. And betrayal, sadness, and then immediately turning into combat, turning all that into a stab. Should have given you some extra fucking emotional damage or something.
Emotional damage? Self-inflicted emotional damage?
Emotional damage to me. That's Tyler. When you were like a fool, I was like, holy shit, he's about to stab him. He's about to shank him. Oh. Again, thank you so much for enjoying this, listening to these. It is so much fun to play as a character and also DM in a very improvised campaign like this.
Yes, it is fantastic.
So much fun. We'll see you again on another episode of Double Time.
Yes.
Have a good night.